What's up, good people? It's your boy DJ the Park Boy, and welcome to the first ever episode of the DJ the Park Boy Show. I'm your boy, DJ the Park Boy, of course, and on this show, I will give you my outtakes on things. We're going to go by the principle of life in my eyes. So that's the perspective you're going to get every time. Not sugarcoat nothing. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to tell it like it is. Welcome to the DJ the Park Boy Show. Again, we're on the Next Up Network. Shout out to the Next Up for, being behind us. Big dogs. We here. So what I have for y'all today is this ESPN list that they just came out with. They ranked the top 10 quarterbacks according to NFL executives, coaches, and players. They allowed them to make picks. So, we're going to see where the so-called professionals think the quarterbacks belong. I have my own personal list of who I think, the best quarterbacks are. So, we're going to get into it. Editor's note. So I must say that beforehand. It says the original quarterback ballot sent to voters included Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans, who finished fourth in last year's poll. Watson was removed from rankings. However, due to uncertain status for the 2021 season, he faces 22 active lawsuits alleging sexual assault and inappropriate behavior. At least 8 of those accusers have spoken to the police, according to reports. I don't know, that, again, I'm a person, we have to see evidence, we have to see proof. That's just the way the justice system is. Don't shoot me, don't kill me. We know how things get when it comes to these topics. But back to sports. Again, it's your boy DJ. So number one, I figure this is the easiest no-brainer of them all. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, number one here on the list. Arm's beautiful. I want to be a hater because I'm a Ravens fan, but I can't hate in this instance. Patrick Mahomes has a beautiful arm, and he throws the ball so effortlessly. It just flies off his hand and is gone. 50, 60 yards downfield, hitting guys in the numbers. He has Andy Reid. He has Tyreek Hill. He has Travis Kelce. He has weapons. He has a system. He has arm. He's not afraid to use it. Patrick Mahomes. If you're building a franchise based on quarterback play, since my personal favorite quarterback hasn't shown that he can buck the system and be the unique guy, you're going by traditional NFL standards. Patrick Mahomes is clear-cut number one. Easy. There's no discussion about that. He has that locked down for certain. So then we get down to number two, Aaron Rodgers. A-Rod. Personally, not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan. Beautiful arm again. Really amazing numbers. But when I get into the leadership box, it's just some things some players miss for me. With all the talent in the world, I just feel like something lacks there to keep that holds them back from being what Tom Brady is. Because Tom Brady's that guy. He's not the greatest talent, but he leads, and his leadership qualities are unmatched. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? A-Rod being number two. Not too many arguments for me. Again, physical skill set, he has it all. He can do it all, make every single throw you want him to make. Number three, crazy, Tom Brady. The GOAT. He's the GOAT, hands down. There's no way you can look at Tom Brady and don't think he's the GOAT. I mean, he's been playing football since I was in elementary. Been out of school for over 10 years. That should tell you a lot. Tom Brady is that man. He's been playing for so long. Been so successful for so long. And then last year, helping Tampa Bay get to the promised land has put him, in my book, a whole new level that nobody's ever going to catch. It's going to be super impossible to be that long. Be that good that long in football in such a physical sport. Even he's been injured, but he's bounced back from injuries, and we're here. So we get down to number 4 on their list. They have Russell Wilson. Let Russ cook. That was a mantra last year, and then The more they let him cook, the more the food started to burn a little bit. I think they just have to find that perfect balance in between what they want from Russell Wilson. But him being ranked number 4, you get no complaints from me. Russell Wilson is one of those guys. One of those guys. You put him in the backfield, he's making plays. He's consistent. He's not putting up like all-time great numbers. But again, to be a great leader and be a winner, sometimes you don't have to put up the greatest numbers. You just have to be able to galvanize the troops. You know, motivating other guys to be out there helps and goes a really long way. And getting people to perform better than you expect them to perform, because not everybody has the same skill set. So some people just have that extra oomph inside of them to push things over the top. Personally, I think Russ might be one of those guys. Other people might beg to differ because he hasn't won a Super Bowl since. Legion of Boom's been there. He hasn't been back to a Super Bowl since the end of Legion of Boom. And when they put the game in his hands with the Super Bowl on the line, he ends up throwing an interception. Which I believe I would put more credit on coaching on both ends of that. Bill Belichick and them guys studied up everything. Malcolm Butler knew what it be. It's Belichick. You're playing against Belichick. You better be ready. Every single time. He's coming with all the tricks in the book. So we get down to number 5 in my first bit of controversy right here. We have Josh Allen, number 5 on the list, on ESPN's list. And my problem with this is, personally, I don't think Josh Allen's better than Lamar Jackson already. He had a hell of a year last year. A hell of a year. But he also had a really great receiver added into his weapons. Now, that's not a knock against him in my book, because, your weapons are you. So you can't dictate or change what happens around those weapons. Only thing you can do is hope everything works out well. Lamar doesn't have a Stephon Diggs at all. At all. Nobody's close to the production or skill level that Stephon Diggs brings to the table. So for Josh Allen to be ranked above him, a little curious, People really don't like Lamar. I don't get it. Lamar's only been the second. Only two of them. Second unanimous MVP all time. Like, come on. Like, you have to have a super amazing, out of this world, extraordinary, crazy gifted type season for you to put yourself in that position. And he put himself in that position perfectly. So, Josh Allen he's great. His first 2 years, throw them away. Don't even bring them up if we have to actually do career comparisons, because Lamar's going to beat him in that easy. So number 6, they have Matthew Stafford. He's another one of those arm guys. He's another one of those guys, in my opinion. They have so much talent, but do they have the skill set to galvanize and lead other men to play above their skill set, to play above things? One thing that we can look and try to justify why his career played out the way it was he was stuck in Detroit. Detroit's a hellhole. If you didn't know that, you go look up their franchise history. They've had Barry Sanders, they wasted him. Megatron wasted him. Matthew Stafford wasted him. Because for all the praise that Pat Mahomes gets on a lot of throws, Stafford makes them same type throws. Biggest difference, one has Andy Reid. The other ones had like 50 coaches. So I don't know how to really gauge Matthew Stafford being number 6 just based on production and team production. You know what I'm saying? Arms there. Arm talent's amazing. So we're gonna see if Sean McVay can help him get to that next level. Maybe, maybe not. So number 7, we have Dak Prescott. I'm a huge fan of Dak. He just came out the gate putting up really great numbers. Yes, he has a really great O-line. He's had a supreme run game. But early on last year, the defense was so bad they had to throw the ball a lot. And he was on pace to break records based on the amount of times they had to throw, the yardage they was gaining. The offense looked like it's good. He has really good weapons. Again, really great offensive line play. He has Zeke. Zeke's not the Zeke he was at one point in time. Will he ever get back to that? His running backs. We know how the running back market is when it comes to that. So I won't say that he's going to be back immediately. But Dak being number 7, I'm not really mad at that. But do I think he's better than Lamar? Again, we're comparing quarterbacks who have much better weapons than Lamar Jackson. Again, I'm a Lamar stan, so of course I'm going to take my boy's side in this. It's not even... Come on, it's Lamar. Number 8, Lamar. That guy. Mr. Jackson himself. He's that boy, you know what I'm saying? Lamar not being 8 is crazy. Crazy. They say still the toughest evaluation on the list. Jackson earned more top 5 votes than Prescott and Stafford combined, yet many left him off their ballot altogether. A unanimous MVP gets left off other GMs and coaches' ballots. Mind blowing. What else do you want from a player? You have an MVP talent. He's humble. He works hard. Doesn't get in any trouble. He's hardworking and humble. And he's a unanimous MVP. But yet, in people's mind and the way they process things, he's still a running back in their eyes. Great, yeah. He broke records for rushing yards for a quarterback. Whoop-de-doo. But his passing numbers are better than Baker Mayfield's when we get into the thick of things. And that's one of those guys that Pro Football Focus thought was okay to rank Baker ahead of Lamar. That's crazy too. Whole different argument there. But Lamar being 8 is crazy. I would definitely have him much higher on the list. He's definitely going above Dak. He's going above Matt. He's going above Josh Allen. Him and Russ, to me, they're going to fight for that 4th position right there. Lamar's my boy. I'm a little biased, but I think he's right there. You know what I'm saying? He's elite. He makes plays. Defense is there to help. Doesn't have the greatest weapons, but makes plays. And to me, he's a little more consistent already, more than Russ was at that point at Russ' stage of his career. So I probably would give Lamar that nudge. I mean, again, when you include the running numbers, what can you really say? He does what he needs to do. Number 9, we have Justin Herbert. He's still really young. He had a really good rookie year. So for me to say number 9, there's some other quarterbacks I don't know what number 10 is right now, but I can just think one off my head that I would rank higher than Justin Herbert, and that's Ryan Tannehill, who's been sneakily having really good years since he's been in Tennessee. People have to get the perception of the quarterback he was in Miami, throw it all the way out the window, because that is done for. He's a much better quarterback. He's putting in top 5 numbers in some passing categories since he's been in Tennessee. So for a guy who has 1 year, had a really great rookie year, amazing rookie year, I'm not taking that away from him, but wow, like crazy. I wouldn't think to put a rookie there already. I mean, right behind Lamar, crazy. Okay, number 10, we have Kyler Murray. I like Kyler Murray. I don't get to catch too many of his games, but from games that I have seen, he's been hit or miss for me. So for him to be a 10th best quarterback already, I mean, I'm not ready to go there yet. I believe one game I saw he had against the Cowboys last year. He looked super inconsistent in that game. I mean, like crazy inconsistent, especially for me to be, again, a Ravens fan and me coming from a biased perspective. My quarterback was not missing receivers like that. And he gets the shitstorm thrown on him every single time he does any little thing wrong, when we see other people get huge leeways. But number 10, I mean, that must mean they have really good outlook on where they believe Kyler Murray is going from where he is now. And I mean, I'm not going to go against that. So quarterbacks who also receive votes, we have Matt Ryan, Derek Carr, Ben Roethlisberger. He's done. Ryan Tannehill. Again, they quoted here from an NFL coordinator that says Ryan Tannehill, he's solid, not elite, but incredibly efficient. You can win big with that with the right supporting cast. He has a 2,000-yard running back. He has A.J. Brown. Those are 2 really good weapons to have around you. Yes, they did lose their tight end. Jonnu Smith, he went and got the bag with the Patriots. I can't knock him for that. But Yeah, I think Ryan Tannehill deserves to be there. Uh, Other people who did not make that list. I mean, other people who did get votes. Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, and Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz. I don't know what to really expect from him. Carson, he had that really good run early on. Then he got injured in a Super Bowl season. And he hasn't been the same quarterback since that injury. So whether he can get back to that is a huge unknown. But, I mean, people waiting to see if he's going to do it. I mean, we're waiting to see if he's going to transition with the Colts. He's going to get his head coach back, so maybe that's going to help him. But this is DJ, the Park Boy, checking in. And this is the ESPN Top 10 quarterback rating.